the next phase in our rebuilding a website. Okay, here on Carrot. So in this video, number one, we're going to talk about the very quickly. We're going to recap the goal of the page and how we're going to build out the page, right? Then I'm going to show you what I've done so far in the background as to getting stuff to put on it, and then I'm going to actually show you how to make changes in your Carrot website and get started, right? So give you a feel of exactly why we're doing what we're doing, and then how to do it in the Carrot system. All right, let's get going. All right, so we are redoing our home page. For some of you, that may be your state page. For me, in this case, I'm rebuilding this website out, and I'm going to make it local to Virginia Beach. I'm going to have a state page later on, but I'm making this is my primary market. I'm a licensed agent here in Virginia Beach. I have a lot of connections here in Virginia Beach, so I can make deals happen and sell wholesale deals or list things and whatnot. So I want to make this my primary market, right? And there's a lot of business going on here. The military keeps Virginia Beach and the whole Hampton Roads area very busy. Okay, so when we're building out a page, we have to remember, like, what is the goal of the page, right? Every page has to have a goal, right? So your home page, whatever it is, whether it's your state page or your, local page, whatever the case may be, um, it has to have the goal of creating a sense of credibility, right? So that people convert and fill out the forms on your page, right? So the people theoretically landing on your page, they're cold traffic. They don't know you from Adam, okay? And this is where most people, and myself, when I first started this several years ago, fell into the trap of, I know what I'm talking about, right? So they should know what I'm talking about. And the web pages are built for like warm traffic, not cold traffic, right? People come onto your website and they follow a path. They learn about what you do. If they like that, then they go and they click and see what you were really about. And then when they're curious, then they go to see how it works. There's a path, right? So we're going to build all our pages around that. So the first goal is to build credibility, right? And the second goal for this page is to become a centralized hub for all traffic, right? This is going to be your primary hub for traffic. So this is going to nurture traffic from cold to hot. What do we need to do in order to convince people to fill out our form? Like I said before, people need to feel that A, this is a real company, it's not some fly-by-night thing. And number two, and very important, they need to like the people they see, right? People do business with other people like themselves that they like, know, and trust, right? So when we're going on to our webpage over here, this house is nice. All right, cool. It's more important that they see your face. It's more important that they get to know you and like you. This is where, your social channels, your YouTube, particularly videos on YouTube and now TikTok, are so important because people start to develop a relationship with you, right? They, after watching videos and seeing pictures and reading, people feel like they know you, right? We know that feeling, and that's what we want to create. So here's here's the home page here. I've made some changes, if you remember from the last video. So number one, what did I do here? What did we do? What I did is I went to SEO Quake, and that is a Chrome add-on, right? SEO Quake. So I'll link this here in the video. Okay, and I went and I found other websites that were ranking high for the terms I wanted, and I used SEO Quake and SEO Pro extension, right? There's a couple things, I'll link them both in. They're both free tools, this is what I'm talking about. And I found the headings of the website, I picked a website that I felt embodied me, right, a little bit. If I was a home seller, I look at that and said, I might fill out that form, and they ranked high for keywords, right? And now, if you notice, San Bernardino County, I was looking elsewhere. I didn't go directly into my market. Okay, so I took those headings, and what I'm trying to do, right, is I'm going to R&D, rip off and duplicate in all reality, right? So we'll go back a step here. Why does Google rank a website high? Right? It ranks a website high because it provides the value that the people searching on on Google want, right? So if I'm searching on Google, I want to see, red bicycles, right? Google is going to find the the best website about red bicycles and put that high, right? If I type in, red bicycles with blue seats, and Google gives me red cars, well, I'm not going to stay on Google, right? All right. Google's job and the other, search engines' jobs are to give us the information that we are asking for, right? So, by extension, if a website that is offering information based upon these headings is ranking high, then that tells me that Google thinks that the answers to these headings are answers that other people that need to sell their home are finding valuable, right? So we are going to take those and start our website using those headings, give or take. We don't have to completely copy, but it gives us a good idea. So as you can see over here, I am going to stick with the We Buy Houses keyword, and we're going to focus this particular page on We Buy Houses and cash offers, right? That's the primary service that we offer. We buy houses and cash offers, right? So if we build in those keywords and we build a website for those keywords, then naturally all the other keywords are going to then come in and be and your site's going to rank for them. Okay, so we buy houses in Virginia Beach. Sell your house fast without agents. Now, if you're in your Carrot website, I'm going to click on this, and we're going to see over here that this is your H1 tag. Each page should only have one H1 tag. The H1 tag is telling the internet what this page is about. So this page is about how we buy houses in Virginia Beach, and you can sell your house fast without agents or repairs. Okay, so just like doing an outline like you did back in school when you do an outline for a paper, this is it. So this is your heading, this is your outline. So only one for that. So now we go over here, this get your free offer today. Okay, that is it's just a paragraph. And you know what? In this the website that we're modeling from, that was an H3 tag. So let's take a look here. So I want to take this line right here, get your free offer today, and I want to make it not just a paragraph, but I want to make it a heading title, right? So that the search engines and Google recognize it as being that much more important, right? So in case you don't know, heading titles in the computer world go from H1, H2, H3, all the way down to H6 or 7, I think. You should really never use an H6 or 7, at least not in our world. H1, 2, and 3 really are the good paragraph headings. So I'm going to, I got my mouse over here, and I'm going to go to this paragraph button, and I'm going to change it to a heading, all right? And now I don't want an H2 heading. H2 is really a heading for a paragraph full of information. H3 is like a heading for like a bullet of information. So I'm going to make this an H3 heading so that the internet recognizes that it's important information, not just a paragraph. And sometimes so it's get your free offer today, right? Not bad. So now over here, these are our social proofs. You can add more. I will probably add more too. I have to go in and get my Yelp links. I have to go in and get some other links. I'll get them and I'll add to them. But for the Google reviews, what I did is you highlight it. Okay, let's take a look here. There we go, the link, I couldn't find it. So I've already got it linked. I linked this to my Google business profile. All right, in the Facebook side, I clicked on this Facebook and I linked it to my Academy Home Buyers Facebook page. Okay, so now we move down the line. We have a sell your house fast in your county or your city or state. No cleaning, no pressure. So I did that. But now underneath that, we had to change this paragraph a little bit. So in the template that came from Carrot, if you remember, this was like a picture of a house. The house isn't going to convince anybody, but me and my wife smiling thumbs up, that might help somebody say, hey, this is a real people. These are a real company. This is they look like people I would like to do business with, right? And then we have a little paragraph here, Academy Home Buyers, highlight things. Just because it's highlighted doesn't mean it's a paragraph or anything, it's just visual, right? We specialize in helping homeowners like you sell your house fast in Virginia Beach. You want to put your keywords in there. Perhaps you've inherited a property, all right? So all of this paragraph here, and just rewrite it, all right? I think much of this is the way it came from Carrot, and we changed a little bit of it, but it has to relate to this sell your house fast keyword in your H2, and I'll click this, and you'll see that this is an H2 heading. Okay, so everything here is in H2. So now we came down here, and this website actually had two of the same thing. Oh my God, I'll give it a try. I don't really know. So this paragraph here is you have options when it comes to selling your home, but not all local, blah, 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 blah. All right, and then this is a link. I linked it right back to our page. Okay, even though it's coming right back to this page, it'll bring you right back. It's still an internal link. Okay, this again is an H2 heading. Okay, now the next paragraph here is this guy with what makes us different. I figured I would change this up a little bit because in the world of AI and ChatGPT and Claude, all right, people are asking questions, and the internet is trying to find answers for those questions very specifically. So someone, I would think, would type in, what is the best home buyer in Virginia Beach? And then the internet is going to, the Google's going to search, and they're going to find a paragraph that says Academy Home Buyers is the best. Or what makes Academy Home Buyers the best, right? And now we're going to space this out. So I put all of these things in here. I think Carrot gave us cash home purchases, and then I added some more things in here, right? But what we're going to do, and I did it up here to show you what it looks like. All right, this is just a list. This is just a paragraph, all right? So Google is looking at that as just a pile of stuff. I want to change that to headings, right? Because if we go over here, the page that we're trying to model from has what these headings. They had what makes us different. I changed that to what makes Academy Home Buyers the best. Okay, and now they have H3 headings of local expertise. Sell your house as is. These are little headings of little bits of information. So Google will see that what makes Academy Home Buyers the best? Oh, the H3 heading, they have local expertise. Oh, the H3 heading, they sell their house as is. So that's what we're doing. So over here, as you can see, I just took this cash home purchases and I made it keywords, and I made this an H. We're actually gonna change this H2. So now I'm going to change this to an H3 heading. Why? Because I'm making it part of this H2 heading. So I'm making a broad paragraph, right? H2 heading of see what makes Academy Home Buyers the best, all right? And then here's a little paragraph heading. So this is almost like a page heading. I don't want to use page because we're dealing with a page, but if you get the idea. And now here's a little subheading. We buy houses in cash. And now why? We buy homes quickly and fast. Homes quickly and provide fast offers, blah, 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 right? So now I'm going to get rid of this guy here because that's what I did. So now, how do we do this? This little gray area, if you come down to the bottom left of the web page, you'll see it highlights what you're doing. So this is a group. We're going to make a group in a minute if you're confused. This is a group, and in a group you can change the background color and you can add things. I want to add another group. So now you hover your mouse down until you get like a plus sign there, right? And we're going to add a block, and I'm going to choose a group. right? And in that group, I'm just going to put a block of one thing. You can do other things. We'll do that in maybe other videos. All right, because I enjoy this stuff. I'm going to keep doing it for a long time. So here, so this group here, this thing here is the same as this. We just haven't colored it yet. So I'm going to go to here, and I'm going to add a block. All right, and what am I going to do? I'm going to add a heading, and I'm going to make this an H3 heading. And the heading is going to be what I just pre-typed over here. I just pre-typed this. That's all it is. Is alternative financing options, right? We do, I like to do owner financing, and sub 2, it really works well. All right, I'm going to center this text. This is just my personal thing. So now after this, I put my cursor at the end of that paragraph, right? At the end of this paragraph heading, at the end of this option 3, just hit enter, boom. And now I've got another option, right? So I'm going to, it's going to default to a paragraph. So I'm going to do, we can take over your payments to close extremely fast, right? So now I'll get rid of, whoa, don't do it. I'm going to get rid of this line. I'm just building out, I put these in there so I would know what I had, right? So I'm going down the line and going down the line and going down the line. Okay. But I want it to look, I want this to look like this, right? So what do? I'll click over here, and then I come down to the bottom left, follow my mouse, and then group. I want to highlight the group. Make sure I'm on the group. So now I've got this group set up over here, and now over here is where you can adjust things in the group. This is a gear icon for settings. We'll come over here, and this is for styles. Okay, and now you can change your text, your color, your background. You can do all sorts of things in here. I'm going to change the background color. I believe I use this. Yep, okay, boom. So now it looks the same as that. And you know what? I think I like, let's do this. I'm going to highlight, now I'm in this this line of text, and I'm going to center it. I think this is centered. Maybe that's why I liked it so much. Nope, I think it looks better centered. Again, it doesn't really matter. What we're trying to do is make things pleasing to the eye so that the people coming onto our website will find it easier to read, easier to feel comfortable with, and easier to put their information into our website. All right, so I'm going to do this. I'm not going to have you follow me through all of these, right? I'm going to make a group like this for all of these things here. For each one of these, no agent fees, pick up the closing date. Each one is going to become an H3 tag, and then what we're going to come down here, right? I think there's enough time here to fill out. I want to put a form. I want someone that's gone through this, says and then give them an opportunity to fill out a form. Chances are they won't, but they might. So we're going to go here to the bottom, to the last line of whatever I'm going to do it, and I'm going to hit enter, right? So now I have a block to choose. I click on this plus sign. I don't see what I want right here, so I hit browse all. Opens up a screen, and we're going to come down here to wherever form. There we go. Here's forms. I'm going to click forms. Okay, and they're going to give you an option to create a form. The forms are already built in there. You really don't need to create a form. You can adjust them if you want to. I'm going to select a form. The primary form in here is get an offer today, sell in a matter of days. Boom, right there. So you can click this exit here, and that's it. Now your form is there. So let's save your work. Now let's preview this page and just see how it looks. So this is what it looks like. I might change these pictures to color pictures. I don't know why the one that came with Carrot is black and white. Maybe it shows up, maybe it moves it faster. I might go in and see if I can get a little more space, narrow up that space here. Okay. All right, so these blocks are showing together. You know what? I would like to have them have a space between them. I don't want to have one big gray block. So let's go back here. And in here, Let's take a look here. We gotta try to make a let's take a look here. So let's go, let's click on here. Sometimes you just gotta click and click and click. And then we're in the group. And now that we're in the group, all right, so let's go to this button here. I'll show you what I'm doing. We're going to add a block, and we're going to add, you can go to browse all, or you can just type in here, a spacer. I want to put a spacer in. We can narrow this spacer down. Maybe it's not as, there we go, come on. There we go, a little bit. Okay, and then I'm gonna, over here, I'm gonna move the spacer up so it goes in between these guys here. Let's save it and just see how it looks. Let's go here, let's close it out. And now let's preview the page again. You come down and see, now we can close that space. So let's see if we can close that space up a little bit. I didn't want that much space in there. Come on, I can hear the fan working on my computer, man. It is working. So we come over here to the right and we can adjust that to like as little as possible. I don't want 0. Let's try what, let's see what 5 looks like. So let's save it. And let's preview. Let's see here. Sometimes, let's go to an incognito window. Let's see. It didn't even come through yet. Didn't even save yet. Interesting. I was looking to see if sometimes the cache settings keep it from showing all your changes sometimes. I think that's going to catch up in a little bit, and that's going to narrow down. So that'll narrow down the height in just a little bit. I don't want to make any more changes to that. So I'm going to continue to make these blocks at this 5 pixel interval with a spacer in between at 5 pixels. I'm going to go all the way through and then do the form, and then we're going to continue on making paragraphs for all of these. This isn't a 2-minute project, but this website will generate income for years, all right? So don't go through it slowly. If you have any questions about how to do anything in here, put them into the video. I'll respond to them. Maybe we'll make a special video if you have to. If you're having a question, then somebody else is. But very simply, all right, if you get to the end of a thing and you want to add to it, you just hit the return button, right? And that opens up a new option. And if you screw up, you come back up here to the left and you undo, all right? And when you're done doing what you do, hit save. That is the biggest thing at all. Hit save. And until next week, have a great day.